He borrowed money and disappeared. I didn't chase him. My best friend Caleb showed up at my door 3 years ago with tears in his eyes. His mom needed surgery. Insurance wouldn't cover it. He needed $15,000. I didn't hesitate. Withdrew everything from my savings the next morning and handed him the cash. He hugged me so tight I thought he'd crack my ribs. Said he'd pay me back within 6 months. I told him not to worry about it. 2 weeks later, he stopped answering my calls. His number got disconnected. His apartment was empty. His social media vanished overnight. I drove to his mom's house. She looked confused when I mentioned the surgery. "What surgery?" she asked. "I'm perfectly healthy." My stomach dropped. There was no surgery. There was no sick mother. Caleb had scammed me out of $15,000 and disappeared. Everyone told me to hunt him down, file a police report, hire a private investigator, do something. I didn't chase him. I just waited. See, Caleb didn't know something about me, something I'd never told him in our 12 years of friendship. My uncle owns one of the largest background check companies on the East Coast. Every employer, every landlord, every bank runs their checks through his system. I called my uncle that night, told him everything. He listened quietly. Then he said 4 words that made me smile. "I'll handle it personally." My uncle flagged Caleb in the system, not as a criminal, nothing illegal, just added detailed notes to his file. Financial reliability concerns, known history of borrowing large sums and disappearing, exposed discrepancies in previous employment claims, all technically true, all technically legal, all absolutely devastating. For 3 years I heard nothing. I moved on with my life, got promoted twice, bought a house, started dating someone wonderful. Then, last month, I got a LinkedIn message from a name I didn't recognize at first. The profile picture showed a man who looked 10 years older than he should have. It was Caleb. His message was long, desperate. He explained that he'd been unable to get a job anywhere for 3 years. Every interview went perfectly until the background check. Then suddenly, no callback, no explanation, just rejection after rejection. He'd been living in his car for 8 months. His girlfriend left him. His family stopped talking to him after they found out what he did to me. He wrote that he finally figured out what was happening, that someone had poisoned his record. He said he knew it was me. Then came the part that made me laugh out loud. He asked if I could please remove whatever I'd done to his file. He said he'd learned his lesson. He offered to pay me back the $15,000 plus interest. I stared at that message for a long time. I thought about how I'd eaten ramen for 6 months after he disappeared, how I'd missed my rent twice and almost got evicted, how I'd had to borrow money from my parents at 28 years old because my best friend robbed me. I typed out my response carefully. "Caleb, I didn't do anything to your file. I simply made sure the truth was documented. You borrowed $15,000 for a surgery that never existed. You disappeared without paying it back. That's not slander. That's your history." I paused, then kept typing. "As for removing it, I can't help you. See, once something is in the system, it stays in the system. Every background check company shares data now. It's in hundreds of databases, thousands maybe. There's no button to press, no form to fill out. It just exists now, forever." I hit send. His response came immediately. "Please, I'm begging you. I can't live like this anymore." I read it, then I blocked him. Last week, my uncle called me, said Caleb had shown up at his office in person, crying, begging, offering to do anything to clear his name. My uncle had security escort him out. "What did you tell him?" I asked. My uncle laughed. "I told him the same thing you probably did, that actions have consequences, and that $15,000 is a small price compared to a lifetime of unemployment." I hung up and looked at my savings account. It had 6 figures in it now. I never got my money back, but I got something better. I got to watch karma work in real time.